All right, it looks like we are live. Let me just double check. Yep, there we go. Love it. Welcome in, everybody, to another, well, I guess it's not a Sunday night. It is a Tuesday night. Welcome back to the stream. We are at an exciting 264. That is one of the highest we've ever reached. And truthfully, I think 270 is the second, somewhere in the 270s is the second highest we've ever reached. So we have the opportunity to make history tonight, the week before the 2-year anniversary of the stream. This is big. This is big. You're all watching history tonight. Toro saying sup. What is up, Toro? Good to see you in the chat. We are somewhere in Europe. It's feeling like Cat's saying hello. Hello, cats. Hope you're doing well. Where might this is feeling... That looks... I can't tell what denomination that is. I'm feeling... You know what? I don't want to say what I'm feeling. I'll just be honest if I'm... Okay. I may have been right. So I was thinking Germany. Basel, okay, well, Switzerland speaks German. Also, let's just double check. Okay, yeah, the highway signs are correct. Different in France, different in Germany. This is Switzerland. Yep, Toro saying Switzerland. Cat saying Switzerland. We love it. Next round, 265. This is nice. What a pretty place. Southwest. The bins don't mean anything to me. Hotel Cafetar. Oh, Hotel Cafe Bar. I'm feeling... What's Southwest? Feeling Montenegro here. I'm wondering what others are feeling. Let's look at this shop here. Baker Street, Daily Fresh. Yep, European plates. We've got the right-hand drive car, steering wheel's on the correct side. La Cremeria, and then over here we have, okay, that's Greek. So, well, I guess Greece, because it's Cyprus's left-hand drive. We've got stuff in English for the tourists. This is Greek. Yeah, so this is Greece. Anyone object to Greece? Yep, Toro saying Greece. Let's do it. Love it. All right. 266, and now we've got... This will be Asia. That yellow plate. Where's that yellow plate from? I don't remember. It's hilly. Let's look at these bins. What is the language on these bins? This is Mandarin. I believe. Left-hand drive. Yeah, this is Hong Kong. Right? Reasons. Hills. They look like it. Yep, Toro saying Hong Kong. El Tired saying Hong Kong. We've got the English, the Mandarin. Hong Kong would be Cantonese, isn't it? Yeah, this is Hong Kong. Alright, any objections to the People's Republic of China? Special Autonomous Region. What do we got here? Yeah, .hk. Easy. Easy dub. 267. This is Kazakhstan. How do we know it's Kazakhstan? We've got the white truck. We've got the vibes. I'm trying to get a look at these plates. So Kazakh plates, if I remember correctly from being in Kazakhstan, it's kind of... I'm trying to think how to describe it. There should be a little thing over here. It's not big, but Or maybe in some instances it is. I think they have a couple different ones, but the main one is kind of like the small Kazakh flag. And then it says, I don't remember exactly what their 3-letter country code is. But this honestly should be pretty quick. Although, so the thing that firmly makes it Kazakhstan to me is the truck and the plate. If we could get the plate. Oh, here we go. This would be helpful. Kostamia. I can't. Yeah. Unfortunately, nothing there is saying Kazakhstan or, a city. Cafe. Shastana. Torah saying Kazakhstan. I completely agree. I just need firm evidence of it. Or something to justify the guess with if it doesn't go correctly. Yeah, Katz is saying yes, firm evidence. Stansion. What a word. Let's look over here. I'm looking for signs. I need signs that say something firm. Belinsky. So there being dual script here in any capacity makes me think it is a good bit in the direction of Kazakhstan, because Kazakhstan is trying to make the move to the Cyrillic alphabet. Here we go. Kazakhstan, right there. They're trying to make the move to the Latin alphabet and away from the Cyrillic one. So obviously, that's easier for doing business worldwide. I would expect it more in Kazakhstan than I would in Russia. Not that Russia couldn't have that. It just, of the two, if you're telling me, you're walking down the street, you see a street sign, it's in the Cyrillic alphabet, and then below it, it has it in Latin, and you're in Russia or Kazakhstan, I'm going Kazakhstan 9 times out of 10. So, we're good there. This should be the United Kingdom. We've got English, we've got yellow plates, we've got vibes. There's literally nowhere else that this could be. Yep, it's the yellow back plate, white front plate. There's no way this is anywhere else. Anyone object to United Kingdom? Easy dub. Dreenan Road, Bathar and Dragin. I shouldn't try to pronounce that. Free guy. I think when the B and the H are together, it makes a V sound. That is, if it's it's got to be Northern Ireland, rather than Eltard saying we need to take a little bit further look if we're seeing Gaelic, but we haven't seen any Irish plates yet. Menuet saying Ireland. Cat saying agree with Eltard. We need definite. Every car parked at a house, so that means they're registered under their address, like the address of the car with British plates right here parked at this house would be registered to this house and would have Irish plates if it were an Irish car. British plates, if this house were in Ireland, this car would have Irish plates. It has British plates because this house is in the United Kingdom. Same with the other houses. To me, that is definitive evidence. Every house we go to has British plates. Also, that doesn't have to be... It definitely is Irish Gaelic, but it could be Scottish Gaelic. Because there are parts of Scotland, or significantly more rural parts of Scotland, where that goes on the signs. However, this isn't Scotland. This is 100% Northern Ireland. Just from the architecture, how the language was displayed on the side of the bins. Scotland would have more bins. But it's just something to keep in mind for when we do see Celtic languages in the future, that it is not just Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales. Like the house architecture it just feels Irish. It's not Scottish. It's too flat to be one of the parts of Scotland that really speaks Gaelic. This is the United Kingdom. Does anyone disagree at this point that this is the United Kingdom? Yeah, Minuets saying, yeah, so Northern Ireland or Scotland. And then these would be Protestant crosses, right? With the religion is like a blind spot in my knowledge. So I would assume these are Protestant crosses. Minuet saying those are escaped sheep. Are they escaped? I figured they were just kind of chilling. And, supposed to be there or something. It's not going to be that easy. Where did the sheep go? I guess they ran off. Eltard saying, I think we need to go off some text beyond just a street play to be safe. But we haven't seen any Irish plates. Oh, you hear that? I think that's my new computer. Yeah, these are all still British plates. Berga. Where's Berga? Would probably be around here. Drew hopping in. Of course, Ewan does a special midweek stream to commemorate January 6th. Of course. Gotta do it to honor our heroes. This way we all have an alibi for where we are on January 6th. Mountfield. This has gotta be... It is. Please, can I please do it? Can I please? They're all British plates. Start a poll. The poll is just gonna be please. I'm literally just gonna write please. It's not like the keyboard's not working. Please start poll. Please let me do it. No. The only vote so far said no. No, stop voting for that. Stop voting no. Let me do it. They're all British plates. Why are all of you saying no? They're all British plates. Barach. 4 out of the 5 of you said no. I'm upset. This isn't even like it's close and I can pretend democracy doesn't exist kind of thing. This is just you fully... I'm going to have to go all the way to this town. We're going all the way to the town. I'll end the poll because I get blown out of the water. SMH. I'm disappointed. SMH my head. We've got some more houses. We've got another car with British plates. Another car with British plates. If this ends up being Ireland, I will freak out. I will like rage quit the stream if it's Ireland. Oh, there's the... I don't know if you heard that, but that's the Alexa. Alexa's not the wake word, so I can say that. Letting me know that my new laptop is here. I'm super excited because this machine Where's Donegal? Donegal's in, if I remember correctly, Donegal is, Donde. Yep, yeah, exactly, cats. That's Donegal is in Ireland. Maybe they're just, well, they have British plates. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. But yeah, this laptop basically, it can hardly, when I did the Montreal video, I didn't even have enough space to export it. I had to delete everything from my computer in order to export the Montreal video, and it was like 50 minutes long. Senegal video will export fine, but the video after it, which is like a week and a half of footage, it's not going to hold it. Because that's going to be like an hour and a half, 2 hours that I split into multiple videos, but I need to edit the whole thing first, so I know where to put the breaks, where to split it into the other parts, because I've already done some of it, but I can't go any further. Because I'll do like the mindless stuff, the like combining clips. That's going to say .co.uk, and still nobody's going to let me do UK. Katz is saying there. Oh, there's Donegal. Yep, there it is. West side of Northern Ireland. Yep, I would agree with that. McBeath saying Donegal is Republic of Ireland. Yep. Katz saying, can we zoom into the map around Donegal? Here it is, around Donegal. It would be over here, though. Like, that's the thing, is this town that we're coming up on. Is Belleek where we're going? That's not where we're going, is it? Let's get to the town. That's where we gotta go. But this new computer is great. So my current computer holds like 250 gigs. This one's 2 terabytes. So I can edit the full video, 64 gigs of RAM, so I can edit it all, like render things, and it not give me any problems. Freezite saying the truth is there's no Senegal video. Senegal's a state of mind. The gaslighting has to end. Maybe so. I don't know. I think it's hard to claim that Senegal is a state of mind when I could definitely find it on the map, like right now. But whatever keeps you happy, Freezite. And puts aluminum hat back on. Presbyterian, that's Protestant. So, again, a point in the direction of Northern Ireland, as opposed to the Republic of Ireland, which is Catholic. Cat saying hi to Freezite. Freezite saying hi to everybody. Give me a Union Jack somewhere. Give me a Union Jack. Let's go to the bottom of the hill here. Stranbrae Bar. That's what I've been looking for. Bray meaning hill. So probably, I don't know, what hill would that... What hill is the Strand Bray? This might be the Strand Bray. Clark's Bar with the Union Jack. Joel Freak saying, yo, what is up, Joel Freak? These all have British plates. There's a Union Jack on the building. Can I please do the United Kingdom now? Joel Freak saying looks like Vietnam to me. What have we been thinking? That's United Kingdom. You're so right, Joel Freak. I just forgot that they added Vietnam. That's the problem. Freezite saying we've been waiting on Senegal the way Drew waits on Bigfoot. I feel like you don't realize how like lore accurate that actually is. Tenants Locker. Yeah, Freezite saying UK. Iltired saying could it be a border area? It's definitely along the border. but it's on the UK side. We haven't seen a single Irish plate. These have all been British plates. It's a Protestant church. There's a Union Jack on that building back there. Like, this is the United Kingdom. It just, like, it is. There is no... I am 120% sure that this is the United Kingdom. And I have been 120% sure. I'm new poll. New poll. I'm writing please again. Please. Please. All right, great keyboard. Freeze saying Belfast, Hanoi State. All right, United Kingdom. Done. 269. Speaking of Vietnam, this isn't Vietnam, but it actually might be. Yeah, Kat saying the price was in pence. It said British pound there, not euro. Haha. Freeze-eyed saying too nice. Real tired saying I take it back, I guess. It was valid. I mean, totally valid. It's just, there we go. Vietnamese. I swear my nose never itches in any other situation. I need to be studied. But Vietnamese flag. Vietnamese flag. Okay, every building has one on it. I think it's safe to say Vietnam. Any objections? Bringing it back to the new computer. I'm just so excited. It's a Windows instead of a Mac. The last time I had a Windows computer, I was like 12. I'm super excited. It just does things. It actually like functions. I'm so excited. Joel Freak saying, I'll take the train into the city and study you. I don't know. That sounds ominous. All right. We killed it. Menuet saying no objection. We are out here in... This could be a number of places, and I don't want to sound stupid by saying the wrong one immediately. But... You know what this feels like? This feels like the Canadian-Brazilian hills. Remember that? When we were like, this is Canada, and then we stumbled upon signs in Portuguese. It's not letting me go any further. Awesome. Alright, we're going to go the other way. This is brilliant. Joel Freak saying Northern Ireland. Clearly. This is clearly Northern Ireland. Just keep on powering through. How was everyone's New Year? This is the first stream of 2026, which is very exciting. But I hope everyone had a good time, stayed safe. Is that up there going to be in miles per hour? Because I suspect it will be. Cat saying it's all right. Come on, it's too soon in the new year for your new year to only be all right. It's great. You got to at least be in the January teens. Of course, that's in Spanish. You've got to be in the January teens before it hits all right. You still got to have the, like, hope and the glow in your eye. You know, this year's going to be my year. And then January 12th comes and you're like, nah, never mind. Bienvenidos a los Rincón Valle. I don't know what that word is. What is this? Oh, that's fair, Joel Freak. Not if you are from Venezuela and a politician. I forgot that happened since we last were on here. Yeah, not if you're from Venezuela and are a politician. I would say, yes, if you were taken from your home by U.S. Special Forces Saturday morning, and put on the USS Iwo Jima, I would say you're having a bad year. Valle del Sol. So this is Argentina or Chile. Or small chance. Small chance Peru. Yes, Joel Freak, and now they're neighbors of mine and neighbors of yours too. They're out in Brooklyn. Someone was telling me today. It's all in the same jail. Same jail. We got Maduro, Mangione, already dynamic duo. You think, wow, what hijinks are they getting up to in the prison? Great tag team. Oh, so Maduro, Mangione, and Diddy. They're all in the same jail in Brooklyn. Now that is quite the trio. Ooh, Menuet, very good suggestion. Mexico, getting Sonoran Desert vibes with the cactus. Yes. Love that. Okay, sun's to the northeast. Which would mean most likely southern hemisphere. Let's look at this plate. That's an Argentine plate. See it from a mile away. Classic. I'm disappointed that they're moving toward the Mercosur plates now, because this was always such a good. This is frustrating. So there's no going any further, but luckily, luckily the very last frame is an Argentinian plate. Everyone else sees that too and agrees, right? 12 Freak saying, hey, all oil related. That's crazy. Menuet saying, well, never tell Trump to come and get you. Yeah, fair. Freezite saying, knowledge for your next cocktail party. Maduro also means ripe, as in cooked, as well. Very interesting. In Latam idioms, a wound can become ripe or infected. He's Maduro. Done. That is good to know. That's a little fun little tidbit. So, this plate is kind of all we have. This cacti. Freezite as our vegetation expert. Are there cacti in Argentina? Because I do really like the Menuet's suggestion of Mexico. Speaking of, Menuet saying can't stay long, but congrats on 270. Thank you a ton. Hopefully, knocking on the wood, hopefully 270 isn't the only milestone we celebrate tonight. Joel Freak asking, we have a vegetation expert? Of course we have a vegetation expert. What do you think this is? This is an amateur hour. We have a vegetation expert who we're waiting on to chime in. Yep, good point, Joel Freak. Everything just being a distraction. Menuet saying I'll check back later. Yes. Safe travels, Menuet. Freezite asking what's up. Freezite, are there cacti in Argentina? Had to call in the expert. We get the fence right here. I do really like Mexico for this, but the sun doesn't work for it. Oh, haha, Freezite. You're so funny. Sorry, was waiting on a Senegal thing. You're really funny. Okay. Those are saguaros. I think Menuet did say that. Oh, no, Menuet said cactus, okay. Okay, of course there are. I don't know. That was a valid question. Okay, what are we feeling here? I'm gonna start a poll because we are now constrained in our coverage. Mexico, Chile, Argentina, Argentina. Start poll. Freezite saying, but the shape is not the usual southern types. That's interesting. That's good to know. This is really tough. Freezite saying, I'm not feeling Mexico, TBH. Joel Freak saying, did you see the United sale this week? You can do some very cheap trips on a real airline. Ooh. What is the United sale? What kind of numbers are we talking about here? Freezite saying, feeling Chile. Interesting. But that's a... Okay, what else do we have here? Yeah, precaution. We've got that car. Is there anything we're missing? The light is bright yellow, more southern hemisphere tone. Okay. Ooh. This is a rough one. Is there anything we could have missed along here? Okay, this is infuriating. We're not getting any closer to these signs. There we go. I've totally overshot them now, but... got that... not a bulldozer, whatever that is. The mountains are... I guess more to the north. We've got... Okay, now, yeah, I guess that's still the north. Freezite saying, I'm feeling Atacama region, but we need more confirmation. Oh, wow. That's crazy, Joel Freak. Today's Frankfurt. United Chase card members can fly to Frankfurt for 28,000 miles one way, plus taxes and fees starting at $169.93 round trip. That's wild. That is insanely cheap. Freezite saying, wait, zoom into the tree. Which tree? This tree? W Dig saying, yo, we're so back in 2026. We are indeed so back. Not WW Dig. W Dig. Welcome to 2026. Hope you had a great new year. We've got, okay, Freezite saying this could be Mexico. Why would a Chilean farmer make Seguro statues? What? What do you... Huh. Looks like mesquite. This is rough, guys. Sonora or Chihuahua. Zona de Badenes. What? Freezite? Freezite's just saying that exclamation mark now. Those white things. What white thing? Oh, you're saying those were statues. Okay, it was further back. And then we also have this, right? And then, yeah. So I didn't realize these were statues. I thought it was just the way the light was hitting them. Freezite asking Zona de what? So I hadn't actually heard this word before either. Hopefully this is something regional that someone knows. Zona de Badenes? Yeah, okay, Freezite saying plants are green, not white. No, I know, but it looked like it was how the sun was hitting them. But Joel Freak saying yesterday's deal was Dublin. How long is this sale going on for? That's pretty solid. Alright, I'm ending the poll, because it just came out even, and I don't think anyone knows what to do now. Which is awesome. keep going here. Okay, just this week. Yeah, Freezite saying this one is difficult. I agree. It's rough. Cat say, can you move further with the better side? Yeah, I think it's the only option. We just go back this way and see if there's anything else. Freezite saying road conditions leaning to Mexico. I can see that. Any road line meta? Well, so the road is... oh yeah, this is as far as it goes in this direction. I forgot. Maybe if I just spam it enough, it'll break it. No. This is as far as we go. So we have mountains out here to the northeast. Looks flatter over there. More mountains this way. Yeah, but sun is in the north. Exactly, cats. Mexico's too far north for it to even be a question, really. If we're in the desert part of Mexico, the sun should firmly be to the south. Freezite saying there's something called Chilean mesquite, so we are Maduro. I think between Argentina and Chile, it's Argentina. The plate that we saw is not Chilean. It may not be Argentinian. I'm very confident that it's Argentinian. But there's always the chance. It's definitely not a Chilean plate. Cat saying, so we cannot go further? No, we can't. We're stuck. We're very much stuck. Freezite saying, yeah, bananas is not something I've ever heard in conversation. No, it's not a word that I've heard before. And the thing is, we can't even approach this as like... Mexico, Argentina, and Chile are all very regional Spanish languages. So Freezite's saying, no way, this is Bolivia or Peru. I would say no, simply on, and I was going to use Peru as an example. Peru is somewhere that speaks a more standardized Spanish. Whereas an Argentina, a Chile, a Mexico, a Puerto Rico, DR... those are places where I'd expect to see words that I'd never seen before. And unfortunately, all the places we're considering fall into that category, which is annoying. Tired saying go back to the start and go the other way. No, we're cut off at both ways. There's nowhere for us to go. Joel Freak saying no Central America. I don't know the different Central American Spanishes enough. I've never heard of them being, like, unique. Because Argentina, Uruguay, that's like Italian Spanish. Like the Shama, Botteja. Like Italian accents in Spanish. Chile is just like blah, 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 blah. And then Mexico has a few different unique words. Why? That one I don't know. I don't know what. The Argentina-Uruguay thing one is the only one that I know why, and it's because of the Italian immigration. Chile, they also just came up with their own conjugations. Chile does their own thing. It's like, there's this meme I saw a while ago. It was, like each language has, and it was, I don't remember the other things that were on it, but it was like, mountain people that nobody can understand, and it was like English, Scotland, Spanish, Chile. It's kind of the same thing, but worse, like literally worse. Cat's asking, can we go back to the hotel sign again? Sure thing. Okay, Freezite saying they are, but they don't get the same treatment as the others do. Yeah, exactly, Freezite. Chilean Spanish is almost a different language. Like, think of the worst the most bizarre English, because they've literally changed word endings in Chilean. They have their own like form of conjugations. They've just for no reason they've done this. So that's why I really can't think of a direct comparison in English. There's ones where it's like, oh, that's kind of hard to understand because your accent, but they've literally changed the structure, or maybe not the structure, but how introducing new conjugations is a very large difference. Someone explained them to me once. I also just didn't care enough to retain the information. I was like, you will understand me if I speak standard Spanish, so I'm not learning your conjugations. Oops, sorry. I smacked the mic. This is the hotel sign that Cats requested. Freesite saying my grandmother used to speak like it was a foreign language, but yeah, regional dialects are insanity. Freesite asking to go to the blue sign again with the blue SOS over here. I guess there's something at the top there that would maybe help. If we could read that. It's definitely cheating if I... Does that say Mexico? Like that black word right there. Or does that maybe say Salta? Yeah, I wish I could zoom further. I can't. Yeah, Cat's saying it's blurry for me. It's blurry for me too. It's... Where'd it go? Okay, we're dead on with it right now. San Lucas. I think. San Juan? Could that be San Juan province? Yeah, Freesite saying Salta could be Argentina. Well, Salta is Argentina, but that's why I thought of it. Could that be San Juan? Right there. Tired saying maybe Chile, Atacama. I am fairly... It says... Okay. Here's my... I'm about to lay this out. We have a plate that looked Argentinian. We're looking at this sign. We see a word here which just happens to look like the name of an Argentine province that also just so happens to look like the place that we're in. Like 1 + 2 + 3. I'm like, that's not a coincidence to me. Cat saying looking at it did say San Juan. We have nothing else. We saw that plate. I'm confident that plate was Argentinian, and at the very least was not Chilean. Cars move. This is not high enough to be near the border, I wouldn't say. Freesite saying harsh light leads more Chile. Freesite saying Argentina should be greener, not always. This looks like places in Argentina that I've been. Alright, poll. Start a poll. If we're taking Mexico out, Argentina, Chile, start poll. I don't think I have the Chilean flag out. Yeah, I've got the Argentinian flag out. Woo! That is not the right blue. Really, I don't notice it because it just kind of sits in a thing with 5 other flags. But this is like a very... aquatic blue. It's not right. It's annoying. Freezite saying the sign is not something we've ever seen in Mexico. I'd agree there. Cat's asking, is there a San Juan in Chile? Probably. But this is, like, the way the logo is I would assume this is sort of a provincial logo. Could possibly be confirmation bias. Like, I will be so real about that. It very much could be confirmation bias. Where did I put this? There we go. It only blocks my view of the screen. There we go. I like that. Freezite saying, but if you saw no Argentinian plate, though, if I didn't see an Argentinian plate, I would still think it's Chile or Argentina. Plus, this is in blue. Okay, we have 3 votes for Argentina. Sammy Marco saying, hey, chat. Welcome in, Sammy Marco. I wonder if I have any other flags. Consider it. No, all the other flags would not make sense. I do have every flag, but they're further away. These are the ones that I have, like, on display. All right. Sammy Marco asking what's with the flag. I'm bugging out. So, flag. Freezite saying, I'd bet Drew's life on Argentina. I'd make that bet. Joel Freak asking, you have every flag? Yes, it was cheaper than getting the 6 that I wanted. It was cheaper to get one. It's a pack of 200. There are a lot of things in there that I would not consider a country. It's a pack of 200 something. There's like, I learned of some places by getting this pack. W-Dig saying not Drew is collateral. Suffolk County, New York, exactly. Yes, we love Long Island. Sammy Marco asking, bugging out. Yes, we have very limited. It's one of these rounds where we have very limited coverage. So we're going off of this SOS sign, maybe saying San Juan. A plate that I'm pretty sure is Argentinian. It's at the very least not Chilean. And the sun's to the north, so it can't be Mexico. And there's Spanish. That's kind of it. Joel Freak asking, do you have our flag? With the Suffolk County, New York flag? No. I have Donde Está. This one, if you mean our flag. I've got Happy 250, everyone. Okay. Freezite saying this is Argentina. San Juan. Alright, let's do it. Boom. Color theory. Alright, end poll. That was a nightmare. I'm going to move this out of the way. The American one's getting tangled in the leaves. Freezite, what kind of plant is this? I'll give you a hint. The family, it's I'll see if you have an answer. Blue's the color of Argentina. If the sign was in Mexico, it'd be green. Yeah, exactly. Was thinking that at the end there. Oh, yay, more Spanish. Feeling Peru, Bolivia here. No answer from Freezite. It's a Verde Plasticus. Yeah. Let's put that back. Hemingway. Nice. So, how do we determine if this is Bolivia or Peru? Well, one thing that maybe is worth a note, could be nothing. The 2 main liberators of South America were Simon Bolivar and first name San Martin. San Martin, they both kind of liberated Peru, but Bolivia, catch the name Bolivia, was liberated by Simon Bolivar. This street is San Martin. So it's a point in the Peruvian direction, but I don't think that's enough to add. Nuevos Soles, that's Peruvian currency. Huancayo. Huancayo. No, there's Huancayo. This is Peru. Boom. W. Dig saying shout out first name. It's first name San Martin. Freezite saying it's a rare Plasticus walmartius. It's actually, while it is a Verde Plasticus, it's actually from the Amazonius family, not the Walmartius family. Get it right. I don't know where a Walmart is near here. Indonesia. Oh, wait. Why is this English if it's Batang? This is Indonesia, right? What's it? Catching up, not Maduro. Make sure you water that puppy. It's okay. Look at this. Plenty of water down there. Look, it's a really cool kind of water that just kind of stays still. Yep, Joel Freak saying rupees. I know Indonesia uses... Which one uses them? Is it Indonesia or Malaysia? I don't remember. Sammy Marco asking, anyone have any travel recommendations for Montreal? I leave for there on Thursday. Old Town. Trying to think what else. Yeah, I don't know. Joe Freak saying New Jersey or Long Island for Walmart or Westchester. I'm not going to any of those places. I'm not for Walmart. When Amazon and things just magically show up. Though we did get porch pirated yesterday, or my roommate did. R.I.P. Yeah, W. Dig saying this does feel Indonesian. Yeah, Joe Alfric saying rupees. Cat saying leaning toward Malaysia, might be Indonesia though. Cat saying W. Dig god of Jersey City. Cat's the god of Cebu. Joel Freak asking, they stole your roommate. Yes, they did. I'm now paying significantly more rent now until we find a new one. The motorbike dudes. Joel Freak saying the Ritz-Carlton there is an awesome hotel. Sammy Marco balling out the Ritz-Carlton. Sammy Marco saying there's no Walmarts in NYC. I literally don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. I can barely see the Indonesian logo in here, I think. Maybe don't cover your sign with a tree. Oh, yeah, definitely climb Mount Royale. Duh. Definitely climb Mount Royale. Cat saying the St. Joseph's Oratory there. Yep, Old Town, Chinatown, and Gay Village. 100%. W. Dig saying not Jersey City. Love the JC. Freezite saying they should have stolen Drew. Drew steals himself. Drew ruins his own life. He doesn't need to be stolen. Mangoes. Freezite, you're the vegetation expert. I don't know what mangoes means. What's it? Yeah, Freezite saying Joel Freak knows how to live for real. Alright, we're out of room that way. And Sammy Marco saying there's a Walmart near the Rosedale LIRR station 45 minutes from Penn. I don't know where Rosedale is. I'm not going there for Walmart. Walmart wishes I would shop there. These are Indonesian flags. Don't know how we missed these. We good with Indonesia? Yeah, this should be it. Yeah, Cat saying Indonesian flags. Joel Freak go down to Plattsburgh. I would actually like to see Plattsburgh at some point. I want to see the rest of New York State. Just gotta... My liberation is soon. Oh, that was almost as stupid. Good with Indonesia. Ooh, also the Biosphere in Park Jean the Drop Olympic Village. I shouldn't try to pronounce French. Yeah, Sammy Marcus saying, do you really need Walmart, though? No, I don't need Walmart. Not at all. Everything I need is available on Amazon. This is kind of cool. Freeze saying, Joel Freak, the dawn of the Hilton Group. Sammy the Bus God. Joel Freak saying, you want to see NY but won't come on to Long Island. I won't go to Long Island for Walmart. I rode my bike out to Long Island a couple months ago. Trust me, once my leg is better, once surgery in, when's the 23rd? 23 minus 6, 17 days. Surgery in 17 days. ChatGPT says I should be running by April. I'm going to see the whole state. I'm going to go out to Long Island. I'm going to hang out there. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to go to Westchester. Going to do some hiking over the summer. It's going to be amazing. This is going to be my era. El Tired saying, definitely not Plattsburgh. There's nothing there, but if you want to go upstate, I'm in Syracuse, and I used to live in Buffalo, so I know both areas quite well. I do really like Syracuse. I went one time. I liked it. It was a fun town. Just like a quaint, well, not like quaint, but I don't know. I like this opinion comes as like, gotta remember where I'm coming from here. I really like the quaint northern towns, like taking the Metro North through Connecticut. I've got to go to Connecticut on Saturday. Taking the Metro North through those towns, like my friends from Connecticut are like, oh, this is horrible. I'm like, this is gorgeous. I love this. I love those places. Yeah, Sammy Marco said, I'm going to Plattsburgh and then the bus to Montreal. Much cheaper. Smart. Yep. Yeah, Freezite in Long Island. Long Island. It's a place I need to explore and get into some sort of trouble. You do, Freezite. Freezite keeps talking about this, and I guess I brought it back up too. JFK's on Long Island. I know Freezite tried to fight me at JFK one time. Just saying. And Sammy Marcus saying Ewan goes to Yonkers. I feel like Yonkers is basically the city. Bionic Man, you will be. I would love to be Bionic Man and just have no recovery time. I'm supposed to be bedridden for a week. So, no stream in 3 weeks because I'll be, like, laying in bed in pain. There's 12 freaks saying Erie. Ewan goes to Buffalo. Normally I play my role of the op, but I do want you to go explore more of New York. I do really want to as well. It's like, I keep telling myself, like, oh, I'll go out and do this or that, and then I walk, like, 5 blocks, and my ankle's killing me, and I'm like, I can't. I physically can't. It's so depressing. Kat saying I want to go to NYC for a weekend sometime in the summer, just waiting to get that day off. That'll be a good time. It's a great time to visit, too. Joel Freak, I'll be saying I'll be flying into Montreal for 4 hours on Thursday. Yo, Joel Freak, Sammy Marco collab. Sammy Marco saying Floridian discovers good urbanism in Connecticut of all places. 2026 colorized. I obviously know good urbanism. It's just, there's like a charm to northern towns that we don't have. That's the same SOS as we saw earlier. There's a charm to northern towns that we don't have in Florida. And get food. No more Mexican food. Freezite, you're gonna be mad at me. When did I get Mexican food? I got Mexican food. Joel Freak on the 16th. Sorry. Freezite saying I ran from him. Hid behind Drew's magnificent aura. Joel Freak saying, can't you do it from a laptop with a webcam? The stream? Yes, but I will be in too much pain. There's nothing, the stress and pain of, like, laying in my bed, foot elevated, like, swollen, terrible time with my laptop camera this close to my face, going like, guys, I think this is Brazil. We're not doing that. There's not going to be footage of me out there trying to do this through that. You have to think of my, like, dignity when you consider this. But yeah, Freezite saying no more Mexican food. When I cycled out to Long Island, I got Mexican food. I'll be so real with you. And I got a $30 burrito in Charlotte Airport the other day, which was awful. Awful. The place had 2.4 stars on Google Maps, and I thought, it's an airport. It's going to have terrible reviews. Worst burrito ever. Sammy Marco saying making videos in original areas gets me to explore places most people don't. Went to Broad Channel my first time in NYC. It's funny. What's Broad Channel? I'll know when someone calls me an idiot and tells me, but I can't remember right now. Yeah, WD saying not the SOS again. Il Tired saying Montreal is a place where you can go and see some underground ruins from the original city. That's sick. Yeah, Joel Freak saying try Maine or New Hampshire. I absolutely want to. Not the same because there's no Wi-Fi signal on it. Oh, fair. It was the same font, though. Cat saying I'd love to go to Montreal again, but, ooh, yeah, 5-hour flight. At that point, you're better off just going to somewhere you've never experienced before. That's the annoying thing. Ooh, Buffalo Wing Festival around Labor Day. Wait, that would be sick. That would be really fun. Oh, Broad Channel near the Rockaways. Okay, yep, I know. Yep. Got it. This seems cold weather ice. If you get a wrong answer, it tickles your toes. What? Pain gives you stories to tell. Oh. Ooh. Joel Freak saying it could raise money. Yeah, for my hospital bills. Or my surgery bills. The guys, I'm hurt. Please give me money fundraiser. Yeah, Freezite saying pain gives you stories to tell, and pretty girls like a strong man who endures pain. Do they like guys who roll around on a knee scooter for several weeks? Because I feel like that's not... There's no aura there. I just look like an idiot. Like, I took it. It's there. I think I mentioned this to you all. I took it out for a ride down the block, and I felt like a moron. I also wasn't wearing a boot, so it just felt a little more stupid because I was like, I am a fully functional man kicking around on my knee scooter. But yeah, W Dick saying $30 is diabolical. It was. It was like 20 and I got a Diet Coke. And so I have no, oh gosh, if I got a beer, $60 tab. Joel Freak donating $1. Thank you, Joel Freak. Really appreciate it. Every dollar counts toward the surgery. Much appreciated. Freezite saying Maine is incredible to visit. Maine's actually one of the 6 states I haven't visited. So do need to get up there. Joel Freak saying I'm thinking about going back to the Midsummer Festival in Fairbanks. That would be really cool. That sounds amazing. Freezite saying they love crippled guys. Spin the story as a war injury. Yeah, took the bullet in the knee in Fallujah. Yeah. I will say the actual story is pretty solid. Like, people are fairly, because when I tell people, how'd you hurt your ankle? I'll be like, oh, it was kind of already not great. It was, okay. It was definitely not amazing. It hurt a tiny bit, but I was ignoring that because I was like, it's nothing. And then I walked 31 miles. I was trying to walk from Montreal to the U.S. border, and people are always like, what? And then I have to explain that I have a YouTube channel, and it has been a conversation starter. That's an Argentine plate. 100% an Argentine plate. Any objections to that? Because I think we're golden. Oh, and rumor has it. So I'm going to be in London 2 weekends from now. Less than that, actually. I'll be in London in 10 days? 9 days? Something like that. We're not even missing a stream. That's how briefly I'm in London. But the military angle is a pure masculine power-up. I very clearly wasn't in the military. Also, stolen valor. Can't be doing that. W. Dig saying Argentina send. Let's run it. Sammy Marco saying London before surgery is crazy. Honestly, doing Serbia in the condition I was in was crazy. London will be nothing. W. Dick saying he's got to get one last trip in. Sammy Marco asking why are you going to be in London. Personal stuff. It's fun. It's a ton of fun. But I thought the whole time was going to be busy, and then I was made aware that there's a free day. So, rumor has it, a video may come. Ooh. W. Dig asking an interesting question. Joel Freak asking London or Heathrow. London. Going to London. W. Dig asking about the state of the Scottish Premiership. Asking about who's in first right now. You know, it's I guess for context there, I think it was like 1980. No, later, because Dundee United won it in 86 or 87 and went to Europe. It's been a very long time since a team not from Glasgow, since a team other than two teams from Glasgow have won the Scottish League. And right now, a different team is winning. And it's pretty solid. I'm for it. I like it. I do have a preference. I've worn a Rangers sweatshirt on the stream. I'm not even gonna pretend. I do have a preference of the two, like, old firm, you know, big Scottish teams, but I think it's great to see another team at the top, especially this far into the season where it's actually like they have to catch them. So I think it's really cool. Freezite saying stolen valor in Fallujah, Mississippi. Just don't clarify it. Brilliant. Yes, I got shot in the knee in Fallujah, Mississippi. The cat saying I'll be flying to London too, but sadly it's at the end of the month. Is this a secret trip that you haven't given us the full details on yet? I feel like you haven't mentioned this. But Joel Freak asking, where are you flying? Maybe I can upgrade you. I don't remember. Genuinely don't remember. Oh, there's a sign here. Oh, not a helpful one. Cool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not the kind of person who's I don't know if any of you do this, but you know when friends and family ask you the day before your flight, like, what time's your flight tomorrow? And you're like, I don't know. That's me. I don't know. Yeah, Sammy Marcos saying you're going to be on the buses and underground all day, avoiding as much walking as possible. You're on to something. All right, we got these people hanging out. We got... Okay, this is South Africa. Easy. R roads and Afrikaans. Sammy Marco saying if you don't remember what you're flying, you officially travel too much. I don't know. I don't check that. I buy cheapest ticket. I don't remember who the cheapest ticket is from. It's just the cheapest one. Oh, it's American. No, it's BA. It's BA or American. It's One World. I know that because I did that intentionally. I remember that now. I remember. Freezite asking, do you see the Joel Freak is saying, I'm surprised you even remember you were going. I'm definitely, I don't remember what I was doing. I was doing something where I had to recap, like, all the places I went last year, and I was firmly convinced that I'd forgotten somewhere. Like, somewhere far and intentional. Somewhere far and international. I don't know why I said intentional. My brain's off. How do we feel about South Africa? We good here? Ow. But Freezite saying, Ewan, did you see the new Scottish national kit? Very nice kit. I hope you don't mean like new, because I just got the jersey that they were a new Scotland national kit. Yeah, okay, I have this one. Yeah, okay, it came out in November. Yeah, this one's fire. I love this. I genuinely... It's in my suitcase, which isn't actually... It's in my suitcase in the living room. But no, I fully have this. It's such a good jersey. Best jersey in years. Such a good jersey. I love it. And you can't see on the thing, but it's a bunch of like St. Andrew's crosses on it as well. I'll try to remember to wear it next Sunday. It's so nice. Like the badge in the middle. It's so good. It's so good. It's not too over the top. It's perfect. Yep. Okay, cool. Everyone's saying send South Africa. Love it. Okay, Kat's saying I'm connecting there to get to a flight to Italy. Oh, you're going to the Olympics. I knew that. This is feeling Sweden. But Joel Freak saying if it's American, I may be able to help. BA, no. It should be American. I'll need to check. I remember seeing BA on the Capital One thing and thinking if there's a BA flight, it'll be code shared with American. So I intentionally found the American one because I have some status with American. That was the thinking there. I think there was a Delta flight around the same time, and I almost booked that, but I purposely found the American one. Ooh. Cat saying also be visiting my best friend in Italy first for my birthday. That'll be awesome. In like around Milan, I'm assuming. There are 2 mystery countries other than Italy where I'm going. I'm gonna guess Liechtenstein, shout out Freezite, and Austria. But Freezite's saying, nice shirt, bring it out, we want to see. It's all the way in the suitcase. I have to go get it, open the door, dig through my suitcase. Freezite saying, I'd guess Botswana and Venezuela as Cats as 2 other countries. It's so far. And if my roommates see me walk out of my room, they're going to start talking to me. Not going to realize that the stream is still happening. They're going to start a conversation. And it's just it's too much work, you know? What are these signs here? A group. You know what? I'm not going to pronounce the random word that I've never seen before that Freezite has said, because I don't know. I don't trust it. It could be anything. And then Cats is a pimp, of course. Korpikuja. Korpikuja. I don't know. Regardless, it doesn't look Swedish. Yeah, W-Dick saying this feels Finnish. Yeah, this looks Finnish. T-I-E, that's Finnish, isn't it? Because Estonian would be T-E-E. Yeah, Cat saying Finland. This is almost surely Finnish. Yep, mentioning the T-I-E ending. Love it. Yep, W-Dig saying send. It was wild. Okay, seeing Russian over here. This morning I looked out the window and I went, Segodnya veter. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm thinking in Russian. And I was like, that's crazy. That means it's cloudy. It's cloudy today. That's crazy. I was like, wow. Actually, veter might be wind. I might be wrong. Russian to English. I might have said it's windy today while looking outside a window. Vieter. Yep, I said it was windy. Cool. Glad that was wrong. What's cloudy? Oblachno. Okay, I don't actually know that word. I'm... Great. Well, that's fun. other part of that was I had a dream I was in War and Peace the other night. I was a Russian soldier and the French were lining up on the hill to come charge at me. I was like, ah. That's fun. Cat saying, so one hint to one of the countries I will be spending a few days in is an all-inclusive beachfront resort by myself, Croatia. Freezite asking whatever happened at the Russian classes. I'm still going to Russian classes. I was at Russian last night. Freezite saying, ooh, Monaco. I feel like you wouldn't do a beachfront. There's no beaches in Monaco. There's no beach. Yeah, I doubt Monaco. The Freezite now saying, I'll officially guess Portugal. W Dick saying that sounds awesome, cats. Yeah, too poor for Monaco. Monaco's overrated. Iltard saying, okay, finally sat down to eat dinner. Homemade chicken soup. I love that for you. See, I love when you eat something that doesn't make me then think, wow, I need to like put effort into food. Okay, only spending $330 US for 4 nights there. That's pretty nice. It's got to be Croatia. Oh, did you guys see Mexico? It said Mexicano there? Okay. Well, oh yeah, that works for the plates that we saw too. The Mexican plates. All right. Anyone object to Mexico? Going once. Going twice. Let's get it. Exactly. Iltard keeping the pollo lifestyle alive. For real. Okay. More deserts. Well, we've done 13 in almost an hour 20, so I don't think we're hitting 300 tonight. Knocking on wood. I'm feeling, you know what? Wherever I feel, it's Chile, maybe. I was kind of feeling Peru, but I feel like that won't be correct. Let's go back and read this sign that will be in Spanish. Yeah. End of the no passing restriction. And then the start of the no passing restriction. So what are we going to see up here? There's a car. Hopefully it has an Argentine plate and we can just move on. So, do not love desert rounds. Yeah, Cat's saying this is a rough day for Country Streak. We're always getting maps that are somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But I think this is us earning the 300. This is GeoGuessr testing us. Being sure that we're worthy. Because genuinely, I'm pretty sure our longest streak has been... Sorry, second longest streak was 278, 279. Iltard saying Atacama, mountains to the west. Yep. So that would make it Chile. Hold up. Nope. A45. An A road would be a lot smaller than these. A85. So same naming convention in Chile. That's good. Peru. Do we have anything like that? No, there did not seem to be A roads in Peru. They're all numbers. And then Argentina. I don't know what that is. Does Argentina not have roads? Like, what are we doing? What is this road here? Okay, it's named. I think this is Chile, just based on the road naming convention. Yeah, Freezite saying these are hard, but I like the challenge. I do like feeling like we've earned this, and it's not just, like, as much as I love it when we spawn in and it's just Greek, and we're like, sick. I feel like, you know, we gotta have some challenge. Freezite saying Peru is mountainous in its desert areas. Yep, completely agree. I was thinking Peru initially, and then when it flattened out, it became very clearly Chile. But Argentina always has, because Argentina reaches up into here, there are some sneaky ones. But I'm entirely confident that this is Chile. We just don't have anything concrete yet. So let's keep looking, because I know that would be the general opinion here, is, you know, keep looking. No need to YOLO at 277. All right. What's that up there? Is that maybe a sign? No, it's just more road. Sick. And the keyboard doesn't work. Maybe while I click, I'll try to troubleshoot the keyboard so I can do the space bar. I don't want to reach all the way over to the computer. That's too much effort. Let's get the keyboard working. Let's see. No, keyboard doesn't work. It's not like it's dead. It's so weird. Don't know what's wrong with it. So frustrating. Keeping on going. Ooh, my new computer is not the only thing arriving from Amazon. Get some new shoes as well, because I made the awful decision of going to watch the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Saturday. Beat the Carolina Panthers, but unfortunately I had eyes and to watch, and it was raining the whole time, and I had no poncho, so RIP that pair of shoes, basically. So, waiting on my... There we go. That's the Chilean government logo. Welcome to Chile. Any objections? Yeah, W. Dick saying rip to the Bucks. Rip to the Bucks, indeed. We deserved it. We deserved that to go out like that. It was objectively funny. You know, Cat saying Chile send. Let's run it. Awesome. 278. Ooh, this is feeling... It's feeling Hong Kong, actually. No, it's not. I take that back. I take it back. Philippines. It was really funny, actually, because Finca Luciana. Joel Freak saying you could be a Jets fan. Gosh, it's so tempting. Yeah, at least the Cowboys are out. Good point, Freezite. Everybody gotta hate the Cowboys. But it was... Because it came down to you know, New Orleans, Atlanta playing the next day. And it's between us and Carolina. Guess where I connected? I did put it in the Discord because it's funny. Guess where I connected on the way to New York during the game? Charlotte, North Carolina. Where the Carolina Panthers play. So it was like 20% Tampa fans on the flight, 80% Carolina fans, and everyone's in gear, including me. Because it's like, you know, today's the day. Game's happening right now. It's fourth quarter when we board. Everyone's got it up on the American Airlines Wi-Fi. And there was a point where I was like, yep, we lost. I turned it off. And then a couple minutes later, the whole plane erupted in claps, in applause. And people were like, Panthers win! And I was like, this is the worst possible place to be right now. Elevate your life. We're really just not putting the country on here? Tolima. Where's Tolima? Okay, wait. People are seeing... Oh, yep. Colombian plate. Good catch. Let's look for another one real quick. You know, we should be good. Yeah. Andres Tejada saying Tolima, Colombia. Anyone object to... Wait. That wasn't a Colombian plate there. That is, though. Alright. Anyone object to Colombia? Freeshite saying you could be an undercover Dallas fan. No, Drew would attack me. Yeah. Andres Tejada saying, I'm a Colombian. Yeah, that's pretty good. That pretty good rationale there. I'll take that evidence. Let's run it. Colombia. Killing it. We are getting a lot of South America today. But also, we've had a couple recent weeks where we've only gotten, like, one. We'll get a Chile, and that's it. But yeah, W Dig saying go Birds. I'll tired saying go Bills. I can get behind go Bills. Not all people are good. All Cowboys haters are good people. And these are French signs. Are they? They look slightly off. Yeah, no, this isn't France. This isn't France. Is this Switzerland? Yeah, W Dig saying Swiss. Freezite saying, oh, it's low cam too. Yep. This has got to be Swiss. Any objections to that? We got the messed up plates. We got the Swiss flag. This is Switzerland. Any objections? Going once. Going twice. Love it. Yeah, Freezite saying eating bad Mexican food at the airport was the jinx. SMH. Okay, but the thing is, the place didn't look like it was going to be bad. It's the kind of Mexican place where I get so excited because I'm like, this is going to be fire, and then it was horrible. It just looked good. Like, okay. Tequilas. No, it was Tequila Ria. Oh, I forgot the keyboard doesn't work. Tequila Ria. Charlotte Airport. Like, I want you to look at this place and tell me that you wouldn't assume it's going to be fire. Okay, this looks bad. This is the inside. I see that and I'm like, this is great. This is actually the exact seat I was in. Like, I saw this and was like, this is going to go crazy. And it's like literally the most mid burrito I've ever had. Il Tired saying you even said it was 2.5 stars. Yes, but is that Cambodian or Thai? But I just assumed that was people holding. I just assumed people didn't like the service because it's like an airport Mexican place. I was, you know, it was just so exceptionally bad. It wasn't even 2.5 star bad. It was just exceptionally bad. Cat saying Thai, I think. Yeah, it's not as Thai kind of stays within a more strict upper and lower bound, where Cambodian's a little more free flowing. Il Tired saying check left, right, drive. I always forget Cambodia's right hand. Laos is left. Right? No, wait, is Laos right? Laos has yellow plates. That's it. Joel Freak saying, okay, dinner time. Message me on Discord if you're going AA and want to check if you can get upgraded. Thanks, Joel Freak. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's looking more Thai. Definitely Thai. Joel Freak saying, when in Charlotte, go to Bojangles. I don't actually know what Bojangles is, but I think it's fried chicken, isn't it? I don't think I can have that. Well, I can't have that. What is Bojangles? Bojangles. I always see it on the memes. Yeah, I can't eat that. I'm not allowed to eat that. Freezite saying I'd rather eat at an Applebee's than mid-Mexican food. I would have also rather an Applebee's at that point. If I could have gone back in time and said to myself, like, something else, dude, I would. But, oh well. Here we go. We got some words that we can't read. Yeah, Freezite saying both are bad. Il Tired saying bottomless brunch London search suggestion. Did it actually say that? I'm very tactical about the browser I use for this. I only use Chrome for the stream, so you guys aren't getting my search history. If it's on there, it's not from me. We got... I'm pretty sure that's Thai. Yeah, Joel Freak saying you can just be paying for it later. Joel Freak also saying 9:30 dinner time. Come out, meet me in Long Island. Long Island's far. I do need to experience it though. Experience the great cultural enigma that is Long Island. But enjoy your dinner, Joel Freak. Can't sing when I had a layover in London. My friend brought me to an awesome noodle place there. There you go. See, I would never eat noodles on my own accord. I would just have Mexican food. Part of me wants to start eating more different food this year, but the other part of me is like, no. Yeah, I think I'm feeling the no. Noodles, it just doesn't hit the same as like burrito soon. Like that's like the dopamine hit of burrito soon. Amazing. Eltard saying, hey, I ate late, but only because I needed to pressure cook stock. That's solid. I think I know what stock is. What's going on here? Oh, it was actually really funny. Because yesterday in my Russian class, we're learning the foods right now. So they're asking, do you buy this? Do you buy that? And it's different groceries. And I just kept being like, no. And then it became a running joke. They were like, well, what do you eat? I was like, Chipotle. And so now that's a joke in Russian class. Thai flag. Any objections? We got 800 Thai flags. We just had to find them. Cat saying Thailand send. Let's send Thailand. Love it. 281. Where we at now? Singapore. Love Singapore. Singapore flags. We don't need to move, really. Is it the national day or like... I didn't even see the flags when I sent it. When I said it, it's just, is Singapore. Are we good? Unless Malaysia's playing a joke. Yeah, Cat saying Singapore send. I think we're fine here. Let's do it. Nice. Philippines. It's the concrete road. No, it's left-hand drive. So, oh no, this could be Malaysia or Indonesia. There's nothing more upsetting than when we spawn in somewhere and it's very clearly Malaysia or Indonesia. We've also gotten almost no Europe tonight, which is wild. Like, where do we have? We had the UK, we had Switzerland, we had Finland. That's it. Oh, that's Thai. Okay, well, left-hand drive, that script. This is surely Thailand. Though I don't necessarily trust that one motorcyclist is on the right side of the road. So let's just... Okay, now that we see a road clearly oriented for left-hand drive, this is Thailand. Any objections to that? I feel pretty confident there. Anything else going on here that we should make note of? No. I think we're good. Let's do it. Nice. 283. Of course, as I said, we haven't been getting Europe. We get a Europe. Oh, it's Ireland. It's that easy. Left-hand drive, white plates. Irish architecture. It's Ireland. The sign will be, at least one of the languages on it will be English. Yep. 100% Ireland. Ireland, right there. Cool. Any objections to that? More cars, Cat saying Ireland. Let's do it. Awesome. 284. Now we're flying. Look at this. We still got to be careful. Don't want to do anything dumb. This is Australia, New Zealand. Probably New Zealand. How do we differentiate between the two? We find something that says New Zealand. Dunedin. This is New Zealand. It's that easy. Anyone object? Dunedin being the 4th biggest city in New Zealand, and being the old Gaelic name for Edinburgh. Love it. Austria. Nope. No, I think these are Belgian plates. Never mind. How do we get out of here? Let me out. Yeah, this kind of looks like Dutch. Hold up. Double S. In most German, that would be the what's it letter, the B looking letter. Okay, that is German. Okay, so I had that. W Dig saying Austria, Cat saying that is German or Germany. I thought the vibe was Austrian because I think we've seen great. I think that van is an Austrian company. Freezite saying Gassen means alley in German. Is there any reason it wouldn't have the letter that the double S usually replaces? Wait. Okay. I know what I'm saying. I think you understood what I'm saying. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Exactly, Iltire. The B is equal to the double S, but Germany uses the B and not the double S. Austria doesn't use... Or does Austria? Right? Okay, yes. Freezite saying it should have it. Yes. Kleidung Strasse. So they're using it for street, but they're not using it for alley. The B. Oh, this is odd. Okay, Freezite saying Austria also uses the B. .at. And that's pretty firmly in the ground. We'll go with Austria. I just want to say we spawned in and I said Austria. I just want to point that out. Something of a savant. Have you all seen... Right, the keyboard doesn't work. I keep doing that. Reddit, it's like guess the city. Yeah, this has been fun. So someone just posts this and you guess the city. I got a couple this week. Some of them are harder than others, like that's Sioux Falls, of course. This one is not what you think. That's somewhere in the Balkans, like I don't know, like Northern Virginia or something. This one's a joke. But this is really cool. This has been occupying my week. There are a couple bangers that I got. I got like Yokohama, Japan, and felt so pleased with myself. I was like, I am big brain. But yeah, these are fun. I feel like it's the kind of thing everyone here would be interested in. Yeah, Iltired saying asking is it Linz? It's always Linz. It's not Linz. It's actually outside of Vienna for once. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Iltired saying thanks, Freezite. Freezite saying no problem. Very funny, Freezite. Why is it being weird? I hate how it works. Okay, well, there's Korean on that truck. There's Korean up here. This is South Korea. Anyone object? It's not like we're in Koreatown because it's literally on the highway signs. This is Korea. Going once. Going twice. South Korea. Love it. 287. Could we maybe hit the 300 this session? This is Russia. We'll find a sign that's in Cyrillic. Hopefully a city that someone recognizes will be on it. and we'll roll with that. Let's speed it up a little bit. I'm just using the spacebar on the. Of course, it speeds up right then. The spacebar on the laptop. Oh, yep, you're right. You are right, Eltard. You're saying you're sure the yellow line may be U.S., Canada? Yep, with those plates, 100%. WDig saying 20 minutes to hit 300. I feel like it would be more poetic if we hit 300 next week on the 2-year anniversary of the stream. 2 years is crazy, by the way. Like, actually crazy. Yeah. I don't really have the words yet. I'd be jumping the gun by saying something about it this week. But, yeah. It's pretty crazy, right? Yeah. WDig saying OMG 2 years, no way. Yeah. Cat saying awesome 2-year anniversary next week. Freezite saying cats, where in Italy are you going to be? What plate is this? It's not one I recognize, which makes me think it's Canadian. I feel like this is Manitoba or something. Eltard saying gasp, 1.9 years of me watching thanks to an algorithm recommendation while eating dinner. That is crazy. That's, now we're here. Again, saving it for next week. Saving the words for next week. Cat saying I'm flying into Pisa. Eltard saying Pisa's overrated. Freezite saying cool, good choice for easy transfers. Is it really? Huh. Eltard saying New Brunswick Maritimes, maybe. We need to find a speed sign. Yeah, I'm waiting for the speed sign. That'll pretty much solidify it. Huh. Freezite saying, do you have to go for detour to a great beach town nearby? Is there a great beach town nearby? Nearby Pisa? Hold up. You know what? This is where I out that I don't know where. There it is. Livorno. Oh. The all-inclusive beach. Yes. Okay, Cat saying my best friend lives somewhere in Tuscany. Take a train to where he lives and just stay overnight in Pisa. That'll be sick. Walk up the terminal, train station's right across the street. Gotcha. Okay. Huh. Oh, man, WDig. 2 hours a week, 52 weeks for 2 years is 8.67 days total. Wow. And I mean, yeah, a couple cancellations, but also the 12-hour stream. When I first started, we would just go and I'd cut it off at midnight. It was, after 2 hours, if we lost the streak, it would end. But if we didn't lose the streak, I'd go for 4 hours. I'd be falling asleep the first couple weeks. That was crazy. So it might be more than that. Google, Freezite saying Google Monterossi. Have Chianti for me? Alright. Right, keyboard doesn't work. Keyboard's going back over there. Monterossi. Is this what you're talking about? And then what's the other thing? Chianti? Ah, okay, Chianti wine. Very nice. And Freezite saying Cinque Terre is one of my favorite places I've ever lived at. I'll check it out. And WDig saying not counting the 12-hour stream, right? Chianti. Oh, Chianti. Whoops. Thanks. Okay, Cinque Terre. Okay, Cat saying you have already been to Cinque Terre. Alright, I'm being told to Google it. Cinque Terre. Oh, Cinque Terre. Oh, yeah, I've seen this. You lived here? That is beautiful. Okay, the thing is, I feel like this is the kind of place that's just overwhelmed with tourists. Like, I see it, and it's like, wow, this is pretty. And then you go there, and it's like sardine packed between, like, Americans, Germans, Brits, Canadian, like, and then like 10 Australians. Like, you're all just crammed into one alley. Okay, wow, you did live there for a bit. It's hard to get to it. Why is it hard to get to? Like, what makes it hard to get to? How do you get there? I think that's the question I'm going to stick with. How do you get there? Oh, you're thinking Amalfi. I'm yes, but I mean any town that looks like that. Like, I see this and I go, that's beautiful, but that's got to be an awful experience. You know? Still beautiful. Cat saying real story. I wasn't supposed to go to Cinque Terre. Originally, my plan was to go to Malta, but flights to Malta got cancelled 2 weeks before you flew. Geez. So you had to make a quick plan. I mean, this seems pretty solid. Transfer is a local train in La Spezia. La Spezia? I don't care. And the road is not big enough for tour buses. Okay, that's helpful. Decided to go to Cinque Terre instead. Huh. I've got to do more Europe. I'm not going to, but I was looking, right, having bad infrastructure protects the towns. It's valid. Was looking at, just as I'm trying to budget out the rest of the year, travel-wise, and with being injured, and I really want to. One thing that bugged me last year, as much of the world as I saw, I like challenging myself. I didn't really get to do that because of my injury. It was just kind of like go to places, walk around. There was no like long bike ride. Well, there was a bike ride in the Senegal video, but that was before the foot got as bad as it got. But I want to do something challenging, and it's also the 5-year anniversary of the channel this year, so I have something cool coming up, or that I'm mulling over. I need to see how recovery goes and start training. But I could get trained up really quick. Could I? Yeah. I trained for my 5-day bike ride in like, I guess that reveals it's a bike ride, in like 2 weeks. And that went fine. 5 days is the absolute max I can do, though, before I get hurt. Like 5 days consecutively. So you need like a day break. Basically, I want this to be the most... My goal is for this to be the most, like, when I look back on this channel after 5 years, I want this to be like the whoa video. And I'm still workshopping it. I might change my mind entirely on what it is, like 5 times in the next couple months. But, yeah. El Tired saying, Sri Lanka or Madagascar, anyone? For travel? Be interesting. Be very interesting. Freezette saying Cat's the dawn of Cinque Terre. Okay, the all-inclusive beach you're staying at is not in Italy. I'm firm on Croatia. I'm firm that you're going to Croatia. And Cat's saying, yay, 5-year anniversary of channel. Yeah, thank you. We got a lot of anniversaries coming up. I don't realize how long I've been doing this. It's a beach in Andorra. That's funny, all tired. Freezite saying I thought it was more about the friends we made along the way. It is, but it's, it's cool to celebrate the cool stuff. Like, the fun anniversaries. W. Diggs saying still need the supercut if you get in countries in 0.5 seconds. I clipped a couple instances of it. You can go to the clips on the channel. There's like 3. Because I did it like on my phone before going to bed one night. I think it was after the stream one night. I was like, let me clip a couple things. Yeah, Freezite saying Sri Lanka would be cool. Sri Lanka would be cool. And for that, saying Croatia would be nice too, but I don't know. My boy Cat's more ombre. First thinking Cat's going to Spain. I'm feeling Croatia's close though, and it's cheaper. Hombre fuerte, misterioso. Yeah, I think the idea that I have, basically, there's some mountain terrain. I'm gonna book a longer trip than I need because there's a very real possibility that like weather bogs me down for days at a time. It'll be interesting if I do this, which I do really want to. Again, just depends on recovery. But it should be. What is this plate? Why has there not been a speed limit sign in the miles we've traveled? This is just unsafe. Unless it's a province where it's just like a mandated, hey, if you're on the highway, it's this fast. So probably, yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, that could be a small province, but it also wouldn't surprise me if Manitoba had that law. It's just, you know? It's definitely Canada. Oh. Cat saying, well, I'm not staying the entire time in the resort. I really wanted to go there. It's a place I want to see. It's Dubrovnik or Split. I know you're going to Croatia. I know it. Iltard saying this reminds me of Maritimes. Thoughts, Cats, sandy edges of soil, but obviously needs a speed limit sign. It's killing me. I need to stretch my back. It's just the clicking, the monotonous clicking through rural Canada. Cat saying I've never been to the Maritimes. This is a nightmare. Have a sign. Have a street. Have a speed limit sign. It's ridiculous. Cats is saying this seems like Canada. If you show me a sign, I might confirm. Would love to see a sign, Cats. I would love to see a sign. I really would. I'd love to see anything. Hold on, it's being weird because I moved it. Freezite saying Valencia, get the paella de pollo. Paella de pollo. They even do that? Can't see it, Manitoba? Question mark. Okay, I'll saying I did Bay of Fundy Drive, Quebec, many times far up as a kid. My coworker honeymooned in Newfoundland. It does seem like a really nice... It's similar to what we were saying earlier about the quaint towns. I feel like that part of Canada has a lot of that. Yeah, Cat Sink, straight road and flat, exactly. Maritimes, one place I want to go someday. I've never heard Maritimes before, but I can deduce from context clues what we're talking about. This is genuinely infuriating. We need to find a speed limit sign in the next 6 minutes, or we have to do this all again on Sunday. Freezite saying, paella de pollo doesn't exist. Once you add pollo to it, they call it arroz a la valenciana. So I can never tell if you're being serious or if you're goofing off. Unbelievable. How is there still no speed limit sign? It's genuinely ridiculous. Eltard saying supposedly it's only a lunch food, not dinner. Valencia's nice, but not good weather this time of year. Yeah, I'd imagine. January. Freezite saying I'm serious 100 for real. See, when you say it like that, it makes it sound like you're not serious 100 for real. This is insane. Come on! How am I supposed to know how fast to drive? Freesite saying no speed limit sign must be the Autobahn. Yeah, Freesite saying Google it, my guy. No, we're in a time crunch. We have 5 minutes to find a speed limit sign, or we'd have to do this again next week. Oh, my neck. Vroom, exactly, Freesite. Vroom. Now we're just not going anywhere. Okay, there we go. We're back. This is mind-numbing. Freesite saying nothing but time. No, 4 minutes. Cat saying take your time. There's a leak. That's nice. Oh, wait, what was that? There we go. Maximum 100 kilometers per hour. Any objections to Canada? Yep, Cat saying this is a Canadian sign. It's also kilometers. I'm so tired. All right, let's get it. W Dick said 100 miles per hour. Let's get it. Yep, Manitoba. 288. What do we think? 12 in 3 minutes. Starting with Argentina. Nice and easy. These are all Argentine plates. That's the new Mercosur plate, which further just proves it. Yeah, Canada, Brazil. Yeah, Eltard saying I stand corrected on Maritimes, but it's still a nice place to visit. We go with Argentina. What are the Maritimes? Maritimes. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured it was. Nice. Let's run it. Argentina. We're near Drew's hometown of Moron. You know what they say, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree. Where's this? What does that sign say? This is absolutely atrocious coverage. I feel like there's maybe a town over here. Freesite saying looks Uruguayish. See, I was close. Very close. 100%. Yeah, Cat saying more fields. Fields that aren't helpful. Does that say here? Because that looks like day. So I'm confused. I fear this is where tonight ends. Just shy of 300. Man, we only got 25 this week. Wow. We've fallen off, guys. That's rough. It's real rough. Okay, what's this up here? Got a sign. Hopefully this will honestly just... What? No, not that way. So I would say Kleinhats. I would say this is probably South Africa. But we're not going to make that guess this round. Yeah, rough outing today. Tough round. There we go. Saving 300 for next week. It's poetic in that way. Exactly, Otai. We've had a few long rounds. It's been a day. It's good though. Keeps the brain active. That's what I want to do before going to sleep is activate my brain. What's this say over here? That says bore. It literally says bore. Bordery. Thank you for the $10 donation, Freesite. I do really appreciate it. It's going to the surgery fund. Yeah, exactly, Freezite, for the Bionic Leg Fund. So we might as well send South Africa. I mean, it literally says Boer. Like, it's 10 o'clock, but that's... Paul Vandenberg, Paardi, Nuudsloop. It's, yeah, South Africa. People seem to be in agreement. There we go. We got it. W-Dig saying what could go wrong. Nothing. Nothing could go wrong. And we leave it on this. All right. Well, good effort today, everyone. That was, it was a tough one. We made it through. Let's just be glad that nothing bad happened. And we pick it up next week. So, in the meantime, everybody have a wonderful week. I will see you all back here on Sunday, January... I don't remember. Meh. I will see you back here on Sunday for another installment of the stream where we will try to hit 300.